The Squared Circle. It is the Toy Man Chris Hill, along with Nick Kaiser here with us tonight. And I missed it again. Trey's gonna yell at me. I noticed that our color scheme is off once again. So
I know I should have. You got to give me the memo.
Yeah, I don't know why it defaults and changes on me, but anyway, we'll get our color scheme here and get it all switched. There we go. I gotta go with
okay. The nameplates. I thought you were talking about the fit.
No, it's the nameplates there. That's the.
There we go.
Jay Kirby off doing another podcast tonight. I don't know why you would do anything but.
I know.
But anyway, that's.
Come on, Kirby.
I know it's do better. There's we give him a championship match or opportunity to become heavyweight champion, and he just bails.
Gets a big head. Yeah, gets a real big times us out here on the Squared Circle.
But so we do have coming up our next show, Collision Course, coming to JM Long Center once again. It will be next Saturday, so about 10 days away till we hit Collision Course, and we will talk all about that today. But I wanted to give Nick a bit of an opportunity because you sat ringside with us as well, at least for most of it, until Rock came and kicked you out.
Yeah,
but John giving me a compliment. That's
unusual.
I don't know.
Is that John? Someone.
Yeah, that is unusual. So Tony's watching Scream tonight. I mean, he already posted on Facebook. He's got tickets to go watch the anniversary Scream tonight. So he's all into the
once again another big timer, right? These people.
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with them?
General manager of the year. He doesn't even care about Bad Company being in the championship match, or he's gonna go out watching Scream. So Richard on as well.
Oh. That's a blast from the past right there. And it blasted a year ago, but I mean, me and Chase and D Cash, we've gone our separate ways since then. I think his tactics are a little bit disrespectful to the art of pro wrestling. So I've kind of stepped back from that. I was a different person back then. How about
different
that?
person? You've evolved over the time.
Yeah, a lot has changed in a year. Let me tell you.
I understand that. That's how pro wrestling goes.
Personal growth is. Let me tell you, pro wrestling is all about personal growth. For sure.
Some people regress. Some people.
It's a spectrum. It's a spectrum.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, Rock Band is different. You're making a lot of sense tonight, John.
It's just the big John G I know.
But Vantage Point. I mean, you sat ringside for it. What were your thoughts on insanity that night?
Absolutely fantastic show. A lot of crazy moments, top to bottom. I mean, if you think about Chance Fortune jumping off the basketball hoop, I still don't know how he got up there. I'm still trying to figure it. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I'm like, I was sitting underneath him, and so I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I look up and there he is. I'm like, what in the world is happening here? But that's one thing. The entire cruiserweight ladder match and all the qualifying matches. We have an absolutely fantastic cruiserweight division at APW right now. A lot of hard hitting talents and a lot of people that are stepping up their game and making their marks.
I almost think we could have done a 2-show qualifier. I mean, we had 6 people, but I mean, I know there were people missing that could have been Adam Green in there. I'm gonna go blank on everybody. There's so many. Keelix Sunrise. We've got.
I don't want to inflate his ego, but Gavin Ash.
Yeah, Gavin. There's several that I've seen that we haven't quite had at APW yet that I think would be great, and we just build that up. I mean, next year may be a 2-show. We'll show qualifiers and then a show of finals. That's
Yeah, I mean, this definitely could have been extended out, as you said. There's a lot of talent that we didn't have there that night that could have been a part of something like this. And just in general, I mean, it's fantastic. You know, Jack Calloway, and continuing to retain and have defenses of the Cruiserweight Championship. I mean, so far he's been a pretty sturdy champion, but he did have to get Trent Mercer's help a little bit. I mean, that was a little bit of a controversial ending. I had to ask the referee who exactly won this match here, and it was in fact Jack Calloway that got full possession after it was Chance and Trent fighting up there on the ladder with holding the title, and it dropped right into Jack's hands.
Yeah, I guess it's
luck.
That, possession is 9/10 of the law, they say.
Yeah.
And Richard, we're gonna go with this. We'll let you know. So Big John G and Rock Bannon have parted ways. We'll say that John dropped Rock Bannon.
Rock's gonna get on you about that one.
Yes, he will. I understand that.
Don't forget that Easter egg.
He said he said changed. He was a kid. He's a changed man now.
I'm a changed man now. Tony Myers is better than me.
Ty likes to throw shade at everybody. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair.
Someday I
gotta say, Tony, I gotta get the tiger suit on. I really do like the tiger suit. I like the tiger, the cheetah print he has going on there. Sometimes I gotta get me something. I got to get a brand. You know, what's my branded suit?
I got to figure it out. Well, that was the whole thing. Like even with my shirts, I mean, it started off just I just threw on a couple shirts to kind of, and then it just kind of went crazy. I went crazy. I'll say that.
It's a little expensive when you start buying one for every show. You know.
Yeah, I'm at a point where I'm repeating now because I had to stop myself from.
Family get on you about that. Your wife get on you about that one.
Your wife gets on me and that. Yeah. I'm not making APW money. You know. So
you're not putting butts in seats, Chris Hill?
No, I guess not. You know, there's when they cashed in the golden ticket, no one came, no one cared. You know, it was just
I cared. I enjoyed that, Chris.
Yes, I enjoyed it too. There's the Lost Ranger is lost tonight. He's doing another podcast somewhere. I don't know. He felt somebody else deserved his time more than me.
I know.
More than APW. You know,
they're disrespecting you, Chris.
Yeah, Big John G and Rock Bannon in a steel cage. That would be an interesting one for sure. Let's see if I'll talk to the board of directors, see what we can pull off on that one.
Yeah.
That's
we're really trying to get Rock to get real mad at this one. Start talking to the board of directors, get it shut down. You know.
I know. Rock came in and kicked you out of commentary. He kicked Jay out at first, and then Jay refused to leave the second time and threw you under the bus. I guess I don't know.
I mean, I don't blame Jay at all. I mean, Rock Bannon is Rock Bannon, and so he thinks if he deserves that spot on commentary, I'm not gonna come to blows with Rock Bannon over this. You know, he might whoop me, but so I'm just gonna leave it alone, and I don't want to start any controversy. I don't want to get in trouble. You know, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
No, I get it. I don't like crossing paths with Rock. I mean, it kind of comes around. I'm not looking for it though.
Yeah, it seems like Rock is looking for you more than you're looking for him. You know?
I would say that's probably the case. That's definitely the feel of it, at least. You know. Jack Calloway coming out victorious was controversial. Still questions come my way about it, especially as I've gotten all the videos out and going. And I don't know. Watching the video, I have to admit, neither one of them had full control of the belt. They were fighting over it, and it got knocked loose, and Jack just happened to be in the right spot. So
I mean, rather be lucky than good, right? At any given point in time. I mean, and Jack Calloway happens to be both, so it's a double whammy in that situation. But in that case, he was the only person that was able to get that full possession. You know, Jack, Trent, and Chase kind of both had a hold of that belt. So, Ty, thanks for matching. That's good.
Yeah. VIP seats are the best deal in APW. You get to sit ringside, special meet and greet before the show. You get a meal and a signed poster, all for $25. You know, that
is a really good deal.
So VIP tickets are still available. Yeah, there you go. Anthony, I beat you to it. Just barely.
With how expensive everything is nowadays, I mean, that's a steal. I got to tell you.
Advanced Pro Wrestling. Don't wait to get them at the door. They sell out many times before you get to the door. So advancedprowrestling.com if you want your VIP tickets. I don't think there's a surcharge on there on advancedprowrestling.com. I have to look.
Double check that.
Yeah, I don't. I may be lying to you. I'm sorry if I am, but
come on,
I don't think there is. I've never tried to go through the whole process. I just load the tickets in there. But tickets are available for Collision Course. They are up, and you know what? Tickets for Metal Mayhem are up now too. If you want to make sure you get your VIP tickets or front row tickets to Metal Mayhem, those are on the site as well. But you want to be at Collision Course first. I mean, March 7th and then March 28th will be Metal Mayhem. So we've got both coming up.
Double whammy.
Yeah, so we'll see. We will talk all about Collision Course though. Let's go ahead and take our first commercial break, and then we will get into the card because we have the full card now. I had partial last week, but I think we're ready for the full one now. So we'll be right back after this.
Hello from Stitches, Clings, and Things, where we offer custom t-shirts for personal wear or business apparel. We even offer vehicle decals and even custom crochet items like beanies, blankets, coasters, and more. Please contact through our social media platform on Facebook or call us at 817-666-8027 and even email us at stitchesclingsandthings@outlook.com.
Think you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? Dream of hearing the crowd chant your name? Well, welcome to APW Training Ground, the official training school for advanced pro wrestling. Here you'll learn it all, from the fundamentals like rolls, bumps, and running the ropes to advanced techniques, showmanships, and in-ring psychology. We don't just train wrestlers, we build future superstars. Whether you're chasing the spotlight or chasing greatness, it starts here. Join now. Email trainwithapw@gmail.com to start your journey today.
APW Training Grounds going on right now at Advanced Fitness Center. Some greatness going on there. I know that. Richard, we'll get to Jay Kirby in just a little bit, and Ty, looking forward to seeing you. I think he likes to give me crap, but that's Ty.
What you gonna do?
Exactly. So, all right. So, next Saturday, March 7th, is Collision Course. We get a build up. We know that I guess I can announce Ocho Camacho will be there. We played that he's stepping down. He sent us the video last week, but he will be there in person to hand back the belts, unlike Hayden, who kept the belt and decided she's never coming back to Texas. I don't know what's going on there, but Ocho will come and give the belts back. He's going to say a farewell to everyone, so you can come out and meet Ocho, talk with Ocho. He will not be in action, but he will be there to do that. But we do have a lot of action to talk about because, one of these days I'm going to get this all right. We will have the return of Ricky Jackson. He will be going against the debut of Brandon Sykes, making his APW debut. And I guess we really like to give people who give their debut a challenge.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, right, Chris? Refresh my memory if I'm wrong, but I think the last time we saw that Ricky Jackson was in that Clockwork Orange House of Fun match with Trey Jackson, And it refreshed my memory. The third competitor in that matchup was it Cam Bishop?
No.
It was Ricky Jackson. It was Trey Jackson. And it was a third competitor.
And Tucson. Done.
Tucson. Yep. Tucson.
Yep.
Done. Yeah. And I got to tell you, that was, oh my God, that was my first introduction to Ricky Jackson since getting here to APW. And oh my God. So being the hardcore legend that he is and seeing that, Brandon Sykes making his debut on Collision Course against Ricky Jackson. Ooh, that's a lot. that's a lot. That's a barrier to cross. That's a hurdle to jump over. That's a building to jump over.
Yeah.
How about that, actually? So,
and it's interesting because Ricky was put into the APW Hall of Fame a year and a half ago. Retired. Kind of came back a little bit as manager, mentor, and then just decided, he just got pushed and pushed and pushed to a point where he's back in action and wrestling all over the place. He's looking great. And
yeah, you never lose that itch. It never goes away.
Yeah, but I know he's all over the place. I've seen posts of him going everywhere, and he's taking it to people right now. So
yeah, I've seen it right next to the ring in person. So Brandon Sykes has a lot of work cut out for him, but I think Brandon Sykes making his debut in APW. APW doesn't bring in just anybody. I mean, it gives opportunity to a lot of young talent that are trying to make their mark, that are putting in the work across Texas and across the United States to be known and to be better wrestlers. So I don't think Brandon Sykes is being brought in for no reason, but I think he's got a lot of work cut out for us. He's going to be able to show us. He's going to be able to sink or swim.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
That's the bottom line.
It's going to be, if I remember correctly, I was kind of looking at him. I mean, he's trained in different areas. I mean, he's from the DFW area, moved and trained in other states and other areas and wrestled in other areas, and now coming back to DFW and getting some reps in here.
getting a good rep in.
Yeah. But he'll have to get to Ricky Jackson first to see how things go. So
yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it for sure. It'll be interesting to see if the kid can show us his stuff.
Yep, very much so. Let's see. Then we will have a women's match with a double debut as Zygold will take on Denise Day. I believe Denise will be our guest next week, actually. So get to know her a little bit. But these two, originally this was set to be a championship match. We had the last Hayden was supposed to take on Victoria Mosh. The winner was supposed to take on this match, and that match never happened.
Yeah.
So now APW is bringing in two new individuals to go, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we have the belt. I don't know if this is a championship match, if this is a qualifier match, if this is just a match.
I mean, we've got no idea what exactly is going on with Hayden Rose. I mean, the women's championship is completely up in the air. She said that she was never coming back to Texas. So in that case, well, now we've got a stranded women's championship. Might have to go chase that one down, but I'll nominate you to do that, Chris. I'll stay right here in town. I'll stay right here in Texas. But you can go wherever you need
wherever
to.
I need to go hunt
as a
it
company
down.
man, as a good toy man, good company man. But in the meantime, we can figure out what's going on here in APW with the women's championship. As you said, this was originally slated to be a title match, and now we don't know if it's going to be a title match qualifier. Is it going to set up for? Is it a qualifier into a tournament for the championship? There's a lot of possibilities here. The APW board of directors is kind of trying to figure out the situation as we speak, and hopefully we get a quick resolution and we can kind of announce to everybody what we're going to do. But in the meantime, it's kind of up in the air.
The match will happen. We know that.
Yeah, that match will be great.
What's on the line? What's on the line?
I think a victory, whether it's for a title, whether it's a qualifier, whether it's just a match, doesn't matter. A victory there is going to set somebody up really well to put themselves in the title picture.
Well, exactly. I mean, you got double debut. Both of these women. Neither one of them are new to wrestling. It's one is Denise is from South Texas, Laredo area. I've seen she's doing a lot of stuff in the Luche market, doing stuff, down there. And then you got Zy Gold, who's the Creole cowgirl, tearing up Louisiana. So I mean, we've got two different styles, two different directions, but it'll be fun for sure here.
It's always interesting when you see a stylistic clash between, maybe a little bit of more of a brawler or a technical wrestler and a luchador that's kind of that high flying style. It's always interesting to see. I'm always excited to see luchadors and the lucha libre style wherever I can find it, especially here in APW, where I feel like we have, or at least in my time at APW, maybe a little bit more historically, we haven't seen as much of the lucha libre. So it's definitely a departure from our typical set, and I feel like I'm definitely interested to see what she brings to the table in this match.
So then we do know that with the changes happening, with Ocho stepping down, the board of directors has come to the decision that we will have a small tournament, it's a four-man scramble, not scramble, I guess. 2 qualifying matches is how it comes down to. We had mentioned that we had mentioned 3 participants last week, and we have our 4th now, but our first match is going to be AXL, Axel Savage taking on Jay Kirby. I don't know if Jay knows this.
Well, he's not here tonight, so he couldn't find out.
That's what he gets for not being here.
That's what he gets. That's what he gets. Doesn't know he's booked. That's good.
Him and Trey were having words in case they were fighting each other. But no, he'll be taking on Axel. Axel headed up Team Toyman at Battle Lines a couple years ago. Jay's been my cohort here on Squared Circle for some time. That's a tough one for me right now.
I know you're having some mixed emotions internally, where you got 2 people that have played a large part in your ventures historically, and I mean Ty's rooting for Axel Savage. I've seen Jay Kirby making his return to the ring. Maybe a couple, I think it's been a couple months now since he was on the shelf with an injury, but he's been shaking and rocking and rolling ever since he came back, and he's been really trying to make an impact. And now he's got an entry into this heavyweight championship tournament, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, what a comeback story to come off the shelf and to be heavyweight champion in such a small amount of time. But then you also have Axel Savage.
Yeah, Axel Savage, former champion, former long reign, even heading into Metal Mayhem, where Axel's kind of been. That's been his reign, Metal Mayhem. So to fight to get into a cage match for Metal Mayhem, I don't know. He may be on a whole nother level. And just watching, we have not seen him in APW for a year, but that does not mean he has not been out everywhere for the past year. If you kind of follow his social media, he's got a little bit new attitude. We'll just see how that plays here in APW now.
Yep. And I mean, it's going to be a raucous matchup. It's going to be a big brawling matchup, and we're going to see, which one of these 2 bulls. I mean, these are 2 sizable guys, so we're going to see who gets the better and who advances in this title tournament. And it's an exciting time to be watching APW, to be coming to APW shows, especially that VIP section we talked about earlier.
There we go.
We're having title tournaments. We're crowning new champions. We got a lot of people. We got a lot of things happening right now in APW to be excited about.
Old school wrestling at APW. Ty likes a good fight.
That's a good fight. I mean, that's going to be Axel Savage and Jay. That's going to be a good fight.
Yeah,
that's going to be a brawl. And so that's kind of like your old school. Not a lot of. I mean, maybe Jay Kirby will bust out a lion salt. I don't know. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I haven't talked to him yet. I don't think he's going to be doing a lot of the flippy stuff. I think this is going to be these are going to be 2 guys that are just going to lock horns, and we're going to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, it is for the heavyweight championship. I don't know. We've seen much flippy do for the heavyweights.
Nah, I mean, sometimes they can break it out, but got to do the right situation.
Eddie, what's up? How you doing? Then shout out to Eddie.
Yeah. Hi, Eddie.
Bring everyone back. Shane Stratmore, Ian Mosley.
Before my time.
You forgot Morgan Mercy. Who else did you say, Ty? You've said like 12 names so far. So the last. All right. And we do know our 4th competitor, as Trey Jackson will be taking on Larry Huffer. Another battle for sure. I mean, I don't know that we didn't know who the final participant was going to be, but now we do. And Larry and Trey will be locking horns for sure. So
I got to tell you, Trey has quickly become one of my favorites here in APW. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that as a ring announcer or as an impartial ring announcer, but he's become one of my favorites here at APW. He's been on an absolute tear as of late. He won that as that Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. He was able to kind of show a different side of Trey Jackson and win that matchup. He defeated Cam Bishop at Vantage Point in a grudge match that kind of tensions have been boiling up. And he's just really come out on top in a lot of these situations where it's been like his back's been up against the wall. I mean, he's converted pressure into diamonds. And so honestly, I'm kind of looking a little bit at Trey Jackson as maybe not even a dark horse. I mean, maybe he's kind of a little bit of a favorite in my eyes, but I'll put my impartiality hat back on.
There you go. Even on commentary, Jay said it multiple times. He, when it comes to Cam Bishop and Trey Jackson, he was not partial at all or impartial. He took sides very much so on that one. Yeah. But then again, I mean, Cam kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So, yeah. Yeah,
well, that's what happens when you have that kind of attitude. I mean, like, it's like, kind of like another, like, Rock Bannon. It's kind of like you disrespect people and you don't treat people the way they're supposed to be treated, and people kind of treat you the same way back, and they have the same opinions about you. And so, I mean, that's kind of how it goes. And so you can't really be angry about that, about not getting any respect and about not being treated fairly, because you don't do that for other people. So
yeah,
I mean, that's just me. I mean,
no, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, I try to be impartial myself, but yeah, I have my favorites.
Yeah, moments of weakness in the impartiality space.
I guess, and to be fair, I mean, we're not the referee. The referee has to be fully impartial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless you're Xander Slade, doing refereeing. I don't know.
Special guests and stuff like that.
But, as ring announcers, we can have an opinion. I mean, there's.
Yeah. I don't put any more gusto in any one person's particular name than another, I'll comment. I mean, I'll tell it like it is, People like that, right?
Yeah, like, and introducing Rock Band. Just let that fall off as you're there. All right. Well, let's take a commercial break, and then we'll be back with our main event right after this.
Are you ready to start your fitness journey today, but don't want to deal with the hassle of big, overcrowded franchise gyms, or tired of waiting on gym equipment? Then head down to AFC Advanced Fitness Center in Keene, Texas, where we're locally owned and operated. That's 2221 FM 2280 Keene, Texas, where we offer several different memberships starting out at $23.99. We also offer 24-hour memberships and also tanning. Don't forget to call us and ask us about our first responder discounts and our educator discounts and also veteran discounts. Call us at 817-506-0003. That's 817-506-0003. Call us today and let's get healthy together.
Looking for unbeatable daily deals on the hottest vapes and treats? Head to Vapor Labs. Discover amazing sales on Geek Bars, Core Infinity Vapes, and a variety of delicious gummy treats. Find us at 1301 West Henderson Street, Suite 1, Cleburne, Texas, right between World Gym and Bright Dental. Don't miss out on your next great deal at Vapor Labs, your one-stop shop for all things vape and more.
Are you enjoying watching full episodes of Advanced Pro Wrestling on the DC Network? Well, why not catch a live show? Advanced Pro Wrestling is bringing action throughout the year in Johnson County. Catch one of our shows live in Cleburne or Alvarado, Texas. Well, what are you waiting for? Visit advancedprowrestling.com and get your tickets today for the next live show and come be a part of the APW experience.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
I think we need to change that. There's no longer Alvarado.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're Cleburne pretty much, a couple of keys. But
visit us in Cleburne, Texas at J&Long Center, home of APW. with a few exceptions. We got a gym
One or
show
two.
coming up. We got conference center coming up, but mostly at J.N. Long Center. J.N. Long Cultural Arts Center. And if you haven't seen, I mean, we shared it on Facebook, and they're having some issues with roofing and plumbing and stuff. If you have the opportunity, please donate to J.N. Long Center fundraiser. It will help them keep the arts alive in Cleburne, as well as keep bringing APW.
Yep. Locally owned and ran, supporting your local wrestling and supporting your local arts. Once again, if you do have the opportunity, go ahead and contribute and get that place back up and running so we can continue to provide you the best wrestling in our part of Texas.
And they have all kinds of great events there. I mean, especially if you like pottery or music, and there's all kinds of stuff going on there all the time. So,
yeah. Okay.
All right, Ty's giving his list now. Morgan Mercy, Axel Savage, Shane Stratmore, Ian Mosley, and Levi Lucas, and everybody.
Just everybody. I'll hop in. I'll put the boots on. Let me get in there.
We're gonna bring everybody to APW. There's, he wants WWE at APW. I think we all want WWE at APW, but we don't have the APW money or WWE money.
Whatever it be.
All right. And then, so Collision Course next Saturday, March 7th.
Yes,
VIP tickets are available. Front row tickets are available. General admission tickets are available. Everything is available right now. We're 10 days out. We know VIP sold out for the last show. VIP is likely to sell out for this show. We want to make sure that get your tickets now. Especially if you're looking for front row or VIP. That's but our main event of the night is going to be a tag team championship as the Sons of Mayhem, Red Chambers, and Big J challenge Bad Company, Nate Collins, and Noby Bryant.
I mean, this is one that's probably going to blow the roof off the joint. Let me tell you. I mean, Sons of Mayhem are absolute crowd favorites here in APW. And the last time we saw them take on the team of Gavin Ash and Willock Fireproof, I mean, I thought the roof was going to blow off the gym there in Keene. I thought we were going to have to apologize to oh my God, my brain just exited. It just popped out the back of my head. Jason Bruce. There we go. Jesus Christ. I was like, my brain just popped out the back of my head there for a second. But yeah, I thought we were going to have to apologize to Bruce and blow the roof off his place. But the Sons of Mayhem are always a constant here in APW, and they're always good for some of the best wrestling I've seen in this part of Texas, and taking on the newly crowned tag team champions of Bad Company. I unfortunately was unable to be at that show, and then on the other side of that coin, maybe a little bit fortunate, I didn't have to see the absolute underhanded tactics that Bad Company used, a double low blow to win those titles off of Jacked and Juicy. And Ty's favorite Tony Myers was right at the forefront of that happening. So
Tony's been all over the place recently. I mean, he's best general manager in DFW All Pro history, as he says, and he doesn't seem to be too happy there right now. Now he's got trying to get his hands into APW again. I don't know. There's a lot going on with Tony right now.
I can't really speak to Tony's state of mind, but I can definitely say that all of his actions as of late in APW have been pretty despicable. And he's bringing in some good talent to APW. I can't deny that. I can't lie and say that he's not bringing in good people. But hold on a second. Good wrestler and good people are two.
They're two different things.
There's sometimes a gulf in between those two.
Talented people, we'll go with that.
Some talented people to APW, but guys like Mac Ray, guys like Noby Bryant, guys like Nate Collins, who are very proficient at what they do, but they're down and dirty, and they're ready to get their hands dirty, and they're ready to do whatever it takes for the victory. And it's just not a lot of things I can agree with. There's a respect that we have that I thought we had in professional wrestling, that, when you step between those ropes, that you try to have a fair fight. You try to have, an even hand. You try to let the wrestling speak for itself. But these guys have just kind of taken that in a completely different direction.
Absolutely. And, the weird part about it is I just look at what the tag team division has gone through over the past several years, even, I've been here. you had people like the Posse coming in and just dominating and taking over, and finally Jack and Juicy figured out a way to take them down. They've kind of broken apart and been taken out, and then Bad Company comes out of nowhere and just starts,
It's like a power vacuum, like one big faction, one big team goes down. It opens up opportunities for other people to kind of cement their dominance, cement their legacies here in APW. And Nobi Bryant is
Tony's not general manager of APW. I'm sorry.
He's the best general manager in APW history, which I don't know about that, but
he's DFW general manager, but he's just he's just a guy here.
He's just a guy that shows up and likes to cause chaos and havoc, which has gone well for him so far. I mean, his guys are the APW tag team champions right now in Bad Company. So maybe we could disagree about the methods, but the results are there.
They're there.
And so, but Nobi Bryant has been somebody that's been in it's been in wrestling for decades at this point. I mean, he's been around for a pretty long time and has pretty cemented his legacy in Texas wrestling. So, yeah, I mean, his results are undeniable. And so with Nate Collins, we haven't really seen much of him in APW to this point, but recently, I mean, making his return and teaming with Nobi Bryant, he's also been, he's a very technical, very proficient wrestler. A guy that talks a lot about the old ways and how that plays into what he does in the ring. And so Ty talked about that old school. So you want to talk about old school? You can talk about Nate Collins. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a raucous match, both in the crowd and in the ring.
And the thing about Jack and Juicy the same way, but when you talk about Red Chambers and Big J, they're not against using low tactics themselves.
Yeah, I'll say that but it's about the majority of what they do, right? At the heart, that the soul of what they do is not to be underhanded, is not to cheat the crowd, to cheat them, to cheat against other people and to cheat themselves, but is to be the best wrestlers they could be. They put a little bit of flair on, they put a little bit of style on it. Yeah. It's not necessary. I mean, ever since Nobi Bryant returned to APW with the Masked Men and that whole debacle, it's been about trying to tear down AP, trying to tear down the locker room, trying to tear down the fans. That's the kind of angle that he's come at this, and it's which is a complete reversal of what we've seen from Nobi Bryant in the past, who's usually been one of the larger fan favorites. Has been somebody that's had a lot of support, somebody that's had, the people behind him all this time, because he's a fantastic professional wrestler. I mean, he's great at what he does. He's got a very unique flair about him, but he's just completely changed courses. And I don't know what it was. And I talked about personal growth earlier, and we talked about that progression and the regression. And it seems like Nobi Bryant is kind of regressed and has kind of taken this low road that I don't necessarily agree with, but as we talked about, it's gotten results against.
It has gotten results. Yeah, and I say, Big J and Red may have done underhanded tactics, but I've never seen them waterboard anybody or lock anyone up with handcuffs. So
it's not about ending It's not about ending careers. I mean, like there's a difference here, right? So it's like, talked about it before, where it's like Big J, like these they're trying to win the tag championships. They're trying to be the best wrestlers they could be, and Bad Company's trying to hurt people. They're trying to hurt the fans, the locker room, the company. It's all around mayhem and chaos. That's putting us in a particularly difficult spot where that's what we got to do. So
yes,
we got to go top.
Ty is completely into wrestling. Elimination Chamber. Yeah, Elimination Chamber is this weekend. So
that's news to me, honestly. I didn't even know it was this weekend, but good to know. Keeps me abreast of the wrestling news.
Yeah, it's always funny because I guess early on in my life and through college, I watched wrestling religiously. And about 2001, 2002, I kind of fell out of watching it. I mean, I kind of still watched it. I kind of knew who the people were, the players were, but I kind of moved away from it and just didn't really watch it. It wasn't until I went to my first APW show here, probably 5 years ago now. That it was, kind of started getting my interest going again, and still don't watch the big shows as religiously. My heart's in the indie circuit right now.
I mean, we're growing. I'm not to be a toe in the company line here, but I mean, the truth of the matter is, I mean, we're building the next generation here at APW, and we're, where you get to see a lot of different people come in and out. You get to see a lot of people kind of showing off their stuff, and you get to see them become better in front of you.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely, and you have that. It's more, look, I mean, these are guys from your hometown. These are guys from the area. I mean, these places, these people. I mean, you're able to, talk one-on-one with each of these individuals. And, and when they, get that, when they're able to move up potentially to the big time, you get to kind of, oh, I got to know that person. That person really deserves it. They really fought, and they really worked their ass off to get to where they are. But yeah, I mean, nowadays, I really don't watch as much of the weekly stuff anymore. I catch the big shows. I catch the highlights on YouTube. But my heart's been in wrestling since, I would think I was, quick story, when I was like an early teenager, like 10, 11 or something. Oh, no, actually, I think I was 10 years old. Yeah. It was in 2009 when Punk and Hardy were having their big feud in Extreme Rules and all that fun stuff. And my mom turned on SmackDown and was like, "Oh, I used to watch this as a kid. You remember Andre the Giant and Macho Man and Hulk Hogan and all those big figures?" And she's like, "Oh, I used to watch this as a kid or whatever." And I watched it, and I was in on it. I was hooked from the first time I saw it. And I watched it. I've been watching it and keeping a hold of it all the way through. I've somehow never had a hiatus. I've watched different, like I've switched between the products. I've switched between everything, but and I've watched so much historical stuff to this point. But yeah, it's always been great. And I think right now is a really big boom time for wrestling. I mean, there's so much wrestling you can watch, and so many different companies that you can tune into. And I mean, there's, as I just talked about, there's amazing stuff happening in APW right now with the championships and a lot of great talent coming in and out of the company. So I think it's a really good time to be zoning into APW. It's a really good time to be zoning into wrestling in general.
Well, and you never know who's going to get pulled up. I know Maya World wasn't a huge part of APW, but she was here. I mean, she came through APW and now on AEW, and it can happen. I mean, these people that you're watching now may
they're next generation superstars. I mean, this is where the meat and potatoes happens. This is where these people build their skills, build their experience, and build their reputation, and then they get called up, and they're able to take all that experience and that talent to the national stage where they get a larger audience. But as we said, when we knew, I knew Maya, I had conversations with Maya World, and it's so interesting to see somebody who worked so hard and so talented and was able to kind of make that leap. So it's fantastic when stuff like that happens. You're sad that you don't get to see them kind of as much locally anymore, but you're more excited that you get to watch them on TV. So it's fun stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting because I mean there's others. I mean there's lots that are on the cusp. I really do believe, and there I think it's just getting in front of the right people at the right time and having the right opportunity. I know Jay Alexander's been on that cusp for quite some time. He was a champion here for a hot minute, and he keeps having these big opportunities that are almost there. So I mean, it's
a hard. I mean, it's a hard balance, and it's very difficult to kind of break through because there's a vast wealth of talent right now. I mean, there's so much at all levels of the sport. And so it's difficult to make a name. So those people that are really able to, it's backbreaking work. I mean, it's day in and day out. They live, breathe, and sleep professional wrestling, and they're making 3-4 bookings a week. And you're having to drive across the state, drive across the country. I mean, this is a lot of I mean, there's just a lot of these people, and people here at APW, and even the people that never make it to the larger stage, the WWE, the AEW, those people are doing that same thing they're doing that same thing where they're getting in shape, they're putting the pedal to the metal and doing everything they can to get noticed and to make it big. And so that's why, like, when we see like a previous show Advantage Point in APW, we're seeing these people putting on 110%. We're seeing these people give everything they have in these dangerous matches, like especially like ladder matches, where it's like that could take time off your career when you're participating in a match like that, and you're getting, in the case of Alec Bullsdale, getting put through a ladder.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely,
all of them took a fall off that 12-foot ladder.
They took falls off. That's high up there. That's high up there. You sometimes you might take a glance at the ring and you're like, oh, that top rope, I mean, maybe that's not that far. It's massive. Like, that's a distance when you get up there. You look down, you're like, oh my God. Because I've been up there before. I trained for a little bit of time there, and just being able to get a taste of what this is all like it's a very difficult sport to grit your teeth and to make it through. So I give every single prop to all those wrestlers out here that are just doing it for our entertainment and doing it for the adulation of the APW masses.
Let's take our last commercial break, and we'll get more into that, because I'm curious of what got you into the business in general. But we'll be right back after this.
Hi, welcome to Henson Photography. We do all kinds of photos: sports photos, family photos, and shows like APW. We have done rodeos, volleyball, basketball, cheerleading, color guard, promos, and many more. Henson Photography is family owned and ran. So come check us out on Facebook at Henson Photography, and we will see you at the next show.
Let's be real. No one likes being locked into a contract or getting hit with surprise fees. At Advanced Fitness Center, we keep it simple. No contracts, no cancellation fees, and no nonsense. You pay month to month, and if life happens and you need to cancel, no problem at all. No headaches, no fine print, just a great gym that works with your schedule and budget. So, if you're tired of the runaround from other gyms, come see what makes AFC different.
And we're back.
Advanced Fitness Center, home of the APW training grounds, and Trent's on.
Oh, geez. Yeah. I gotta tell you, that match, Advantage Point with Trent and Jesse the Kid. I mean, that was an impressive show. I mean, that was one of my favorites of the night, to be completely honest with you. And Trent Mercer was putting the boots to that kid. It was really putting the beating on him, and he was giving it all he had. And I mean, Trent Mercer, I mean, he's kind of whether it be winning the North Texas Championship from Red Chambers, and he's really made his mark here at such a short time in APW. So I mean, he's been impressive.
I know Red gets his shot at the tag championship right now, but he posted on one of the Instagram posts that he's looking for his rematch for Cruiserweight Championship and for that North Texas Championship. So I mean, if Red gets his way, he'll be 3-belt Red. I mean,
3-belt Red. Holding all the titles.
So, all right. So you brought up something earlier that piqued my interest. So you said that you trained for a little bit.
Yep.
So you didn't just come in as ring announcer. You said
nope. I didn't just step through the ropes one day. So I moved to Texas in 2022. Actually, when I moved here to Texas, I had been to when I was over on the East Coast. I used to live on the East Coast in Delaware, actually, of all places. I moved to Texas in a car. I packed everything in my car and drove here. So that was a 20-hour 3-day car trip. But I'd seen AEW shows. I had been to WWE shows. They used to run house shows. WWE did in my little town of Newark, Delaware. My tiny little town of about 6,000 people. They ran house shows in there. And so I was able to kind of see that as a kid and growing all the way through to an adult. And so I was like, man, I've really been interested in this for a long time. Like I think I kind of want to take that step and maybe train a little bit and see what this is all about. I think I could bring something to it. And so I trained at actually I trained at DFW All Pro for 2 years. I graduated from the program in February of 25, and I kind of had the epiphany after my 2 years of training that I appreciated the experience. Like I really enjoyed my time training. It's actually tea. It's actually black tea. Just to clarify there. But to continue, but yeah. So I had the epiphany. I was like, I'd done some commentary for DFW All Pro, and I had done some commentary, obviously for APW up to this point, and BCW Texas, which is a little company out in Level Land, a little closer to the Lubbock area. And I was like, man, I really enjoy the commentary and the ring announcing aspect of it, and I thought that it was kind of more of a fit for my skill set. So I made the decision to kind of go permanent in that space, and to kind of step away from wrestling in ring. But hey, who knows? Maybe I'll get that itch again someday. I never know. With Rock County kicking me off commentary, maybe I'll get fed up with it.
Yeah. Well, Jay came back and did commentary, and then all of a sudden he's like back in the ring at the.
What's your drink, Toy Man?
I just have water. I
have water.
I do it during commercial breaks. There's.
I'm You're calling me unprofessional. You're saying I'm taking my sips in between.
Mine's a bigger cup. I mean, it's not. It's pretty.
Yeah. Lug that thing over.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, professional wrestling has been a part of my life since I was a child. So, and I, even though I'm not officially wrestling, I'm in between the ropes in different capacity, and I like my capacity right now.
Well, I've always said, because I know Ty brings it up regularly about being part of it, and it's just I think sometimes it's just putting yourself out there, because I know that's kind of how you got in with APW. It was just start asking, and something happens, and all of a sudden there's an opening. And
yeah, I mean that kind of goes that way with a lot of things. I think networking is always an important part of. It's an important part of business. It's an important part of wrestling. It's an important part of just life in general, just talking to people and, being in the right place at the right time. I heard one time, I think it was like, I put myself in people are like, oh, well, you got that because you were lucky to get that. And it's like, well, I put myself in the position to be lucky. How about that? So like I didn't apply to a spot at APW. Like I was, had conversations with Jason Bruce. I had conversations with you. And I was already doing it. And one day there was a spot that opened up, and there it goes. So really
Ty's growing on you. Yeah.
To this podcast. Because Tony was better than me. Is Tony still better than me? I need to know. I need to ask this question. I feel like
as ring announcer, yes. Maybe general manager, no. So that's the
there you go. Depends on what you're asking about, truly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, with Bad Company and the Posse and all these different bad actors around here nowadays, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we need someone to clean the streets up a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Have you served your time, Chris? Have you?
I mean, I'm not. It's bad enough being with one company. I'm not going to do it for two. There's there's only so much you can do with some of these wrestlers.
They're a rowdy bunch, and it
really seems like you clean something out, and then someone else steps back in and take that place. You
get that power. As I talked about, that power vacuum where you just kind of get. It's always someone taking the spot.
Yeah, but, it's always, it's like you see it in world affairs. You take out the one leader, like, okay, we finally got rid of the bad guy, and someone worse steps in. It's
yeah. What you gonna do?
Yeah, that's
such as the wacky world of professional wrestling.
But yeah, no, I've said on this program multiple times. I mean, if you're interested in wrestling, if you're interested in doing anything, find the indie promotion near you and just go talk to them.
Yep.
I had no intention of doing this when I started talking to them. I really was just talking to the guys because I thought it was fun and I was enjoying it, and it just continued to snowball. So we're now
that's how it goes. I don't think anybody ever expects to be doing what they end up. I feel like I've, at least for me personally, that's been my experience. I've never had a 5-year plan where I'm like, well, in 5 years I'm going to be doing the X, Y, and Z. It's never worked that way for me. I've always just been I've kind of, as the road goes, if it ends up there, it ends up there. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, whatever. Opportunities arise and they fall, and it is what it is. I've had a great time. had a great time here at APW, though. I mean, being the ring announcer has been a pretty exciting experience. I've gotten to see rings and doing commentary with you and Jay has been a fantastic experience. I've really enjoyed it so far, and we'll hopefully continue to enjoy it for time to come.
Yeah, well, I mean, Collision Course, Jay's wrestling, so I guess it'll be you and me.
right back there. Right back on it. And that way, if Rock wants to come on, he could take the third headset instead of kicking me off.
Yeah, and no idea. I mean, he may have to kick Chuck out.
He might just. Oh yeah.
He doesn't ever kick Chuck off. He's always like leaves Chuck alone. I guess respect for
maybe Chuck will actually whoop him.
Yeah.
Chuck might get up. Chuck might get up and do something about it. You know?
He's another Hall of Famer that would just like, no, I'm not taking this.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, what do you
he's
mean?
Old school.
Yeah.
Chuck's from the days when they still fought in the bar to defend wrestling.
Yeah, they still, they put their money where their mouth is. They put their fists where their mouth is, I guess you could say. So, I'm part of that new generation that's just like, okay, Rock, you can have it.
You can have it.
Maybe not for too much. Maybe not for too much longer. Maybe if he does it too many times, I'll get back. I'm
as old as them, but I didn't grow up in the business, so I'm still the nice guy. You know,
you still smiles. You're still naive, as they would say sometimes.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, 100%. That.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, we're coming up on our time, but we will have Collision Course coming in the next Saturday, March 7th at Jay and Long Cultural Arts Center. Full card. We are ready to go. At least one championship on the line, a couple qualifying matches, and possibly more. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot up in the air. Even though we know all the participants, we still don't know what's going to happen.
Got to be there. Got to buy them VIP tickets, them front row tickets, advanceprowrestling.com. Got to get them while they're hot, because if you're not there, how are you going to know what's going to happen? Anything could happen. We got title matches. We got a match we don't know what's going to happen with it. I mean, we got a lot going on.
Nick's pretty sharp at when he's doing announcing. You know,
I came to match the Chris Hill style of dress when I came on the cast here. Got my little novelty button down.
There you go.
We're doing well. Yeah. I'm not going to buy as many though. I don't think this is.
I don't encourage anybody to buy as many as I had to stop shopping because I was like, every time I was like, oh, look, another one. No, stop.
I got to be honest. I do go online sometimes. I'm like, oh, that'd be a cool shirt. That'd be something. And I'm like, no, can't spend that money, But,
yep. So, Ty, told you got to work it. Get to the gym. Start talking. Start somewhere. But
gotta start somewhere.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me tonight, Nick. I do appreciate it. So, looking forward to seeing you next Saturday, and we will see you all. We'll be back next week. I think Jay's going to be here. Who knows? I may be calling Nick again. There's
trying to these people big time, and man,
I know.
Like you gotta. Maybe you gotta get in. Maybe you gotta get in there with the match with Kirby and Brandon. You gotta fucking make sure he doesn't get too big for his britches. You gotta bring him down a notch or something.
Yeah, if Jay's not careful, I'll take Axel's side. So there we go.
There you go. Really show him.
All right, everyone. Have a great night. We'll see you next week for more Squared Circle, and then not Vantage Point. That was last week. Collision Course at Jay and Long Center. Hope you all have a great night.